All right, us in Nebraska, we've been doing a handful of things. Hopefully, I'm going to get a pretty complete list. Otherwise, I have this group that's going to tell me otherwise. So one of the things that we're starting to do relatively recently is doing something that we're calling delving into the culture of a lodge meeting. What, particularly with Sean Ayer's presentation and several other presentations that I've seen here throughout the years, is there's this, and seeing what's happening in Nebraska, there's a very strong, this is a very strange room to talk in. There's a very very strong desire for additional education in a lodge room, in a lodge meeting, wanting to actually, have something more than just reading of the minutes. But unfortunately, with the current culture of a lodge meeting, and many lodges in Nebraska in particular, is we spend an hour on business. We have to talk about this, and we have to talk about this, and we have to talk about this. So right now, we're kind of researching on different ways where we can help to change the culture of a lodge meeting so that we can minimize the amount of time that is spent on business in a lodge, business that's important to help a lodge to continue to pay bills and make sure that no one's doing anything untoward, but also to make sure that there's plenty of time in the meeting to spend on education to provide for our members that which, especially our newer Masons, are thirsting for. Educational moments. Last year, our Grand Master directed us, and it was a good directive because we had been kind of wanting to do it, and he made us, to actually produce for every lodge a monthly educational moment. It's about a 5 to 10 minute presentation talk about basically any topic that we can come up with. The last month's one was a topic called riding the goat. One of my favorites, but it was more of because it was not something that I actually kind of roll my eyes at when somebody in the lodge mentions it, that I was the one that was forced to read it. This program has been very well received by all of the lodges in Nebraska. We go to several lodges around the state, and they read it, and they discuss it. They go downstairs, they have some coffee, and they continue talking about it. So it's been a very engaging. It's been very engaging to all of our lodges, and it's, in our opinion, it's that first step towards bringing more education into a lodge meeting. Also, last year we had created a newcomer's guide to Masonry. This is a guide that basically is given to every newly raised Master Mason to help describe to him what is a lodge. Who is the worshipful master? Who is the senior warden? Why do we do this? Why do we do that? And it's basically the stuff that, we don't want to necessarily have an educational topic about it because, most of us know it, but the new Masons don't. So this is an opportunity for them to understand about these little things that we all know about and you need to know about. Why, the fact that you don't have to, the fact that you can't walk in between the altar and the worshipful master. I don't think we actually mentioned why, but that you don't. But at least, give them kind of that basic understanding of this is how you act in a lodge room, so you can at least have that basis on which to stand, and no one's looking at you like you just sprouted a horn out of your head just because you walked in front of the master. We recently got a new Grand Lodge office. The new Grand Lodge office does have a library. I have not yet had a chance to visit it. The library also has a space for a museum, and I think we're going to have several different artifacts that come in and out on that on occasion. So we're very excited about that. It's we had a building that it's probably a good thing that I'd never been there, considering all the things that I've heard about it. So we're all very excited about our new building. A couple of things that we're continuing to do that we've done in years past Every Grand Lodge annual communication, we have an education breakfast. And this isn't just, a slightly overpriced, boring breakfast that you can pay for at Grand Lodge where you can get a cheaper breakfast at McDonald's. It's actually something that a lot of Masons really look forward to. The opportunity, it's still very early in the morning, but it's a great opportunity for people to get just a little tidbit of Masonic information, a Masonic education that they'd never gotten before. This last year we had a discussion on the Morgan affair, and that was very well received. Also at that breakfast, we present a list. We present a list of about 3 additional. We have a reading list, a recommended reading list, and every year at the breakfast we present 3 more books to be on that waiting list. I think someone's phone's going off. I don't have mine on vibrate. And also at the breakfast, we coordinate with Mackey's so that they're able, with McCoy's, I'm sorry. We coordinate with McCoy's to make sure that they have as many copies of those books as they can get their hands on, so that once we present the list of recommended books, they can go out there and buy it. And also, twice a year at 3 different locations throughout the state, we put on education symposiums. And those symposiums are more or less a discussion session where we're able to have, we pick a topic, have a short presentation, and then we can have more of a back and forth discussion upon a particular topic. This last one that we had was about the changing of the culture of the lodge meeting, which enabled us to kind of get the idea that, yes, our brethren want this to move forward, so they want it to move forward. So, does anybody have any questions? I think I'm being pushed off the stage. Thank you very much.